Hey everyone, William John Ray back with another episode of Design and Invest. This is a design deep dive of the property you see behind me. It's one of my flips in North Hollywood, the Calvert property. We were going to be going into detail on everything down to the kitchen sink. This home started off as a drab 50s, never touched kind of home. The main house was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, very standard 50s design. We converted the front house into a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and I'll show you how we did that in a few minutes, as well as the garage. We converted the garage into a junior ADU. And I'll go into that detail as well when we get over there. But let's talk real quick, since we're outside, about the facade and what I changed here and why I did it. This where you see the aluminum cladding right here, this was all brick, real ugly brick. I'll drop in some slides so you can see how it looked before. Very boring. I wasn't really sure what to do with it. I knew we needed to do something with it. I tried painting it. Didn't look very good. My partner came up with a great idea. He sent me an inspiration of a job that had some metal siding and some wood, and I was like, okay, let me run with this, and did so, and we collabed on that. It came out great. We've been using this material for a little while now at other job sites, and decided let's just cover the brick with it, and then put some tongue and groove wood on the top, have that industrial farmhouse look to it, which we accomplished. It looks amazing. We're getting a lot of good feedback. Also, one of those details that's hard to just sort of disguise and update, bring into the modern day, are these bay windows. These bay windows are real difficult because they're curved and you can't really do a ton to them. So what we did is we just framed out each window with the wood, stained that, and then all around it we cladded with the metal. So you have that metal on wood, on stucco type of vibe throughout the property. All the sides of the house, the back and all that, the stucco was fine. All we did was just painted the stucco. We did not have to replace the windows on this property. The windows were redone probably in the 80s. They're aluminum windows. On the newer side, they don't look bad. In the front, we painted them black so they have a more precise sort of pop, and they don't look that sort of aluminum color. In the rest of the property, we just left them alone. And we did a drought-tolerant landscape here with some cactus and some other succulents. Came out really nice. Again, didn't do too much. We don't want to recreate the wheel here. This is not a super deep new construction kind of flip. We kept our costs pretty low on the main house and the ADU. I think our total was like $120,000 or so all in on this property. We bought it for $620,000. Our projected sale is $950-ish, probably a hair under. It's already listed on the market. It's not flying, so that kind of tells us that, a number of things. We're in election season right now. Holidays are amongst us, so it could be something like that. But again, we're not really trying to just offload it and sell it, fire sale it. We want to get our money worth on it, and we should probably make around $150,000 to $200,000 as it sits. We do have plans in place to build a back ADU. We're not going to build it out ourselves unless we don't get the number that we want on this property, but we do have plans in place to build that. I'll show you some renderings of how that will look if we build it, and some floor plans. Really cool. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath ADU. Really killer plans, maximizing a 1,200 square foot. It's not a very big space, but fitting 4 bedrooms, 3-bath into it is quite the feat, design feat. But let's jump into the interior so I can describe the choices we made there, and us not overdoing it. That's really the big point here that I want you to take away, is when you're renovating these kind of properties, you don't need to go super deep. The deeper you go, the more money you have into it and the less money you make out of it. There's some decisions that you have to make, or else you're not going to get that money back out with any friends. So let's talk about those choices, and I think we made some pretty smart ones here. so as you come in, we changed the front door. Obviously, it was a real ugly old front door. We just chose a $250, $300 Home Depot door. Has that sort of farmhouse craftsman look to it. Honestly, we didn't even paint it. It's just a white door, and so we saved a lot of money too on we had these beautiful original floors that we refinished. So our refinishing cost on that is about $2.50 a square foot to refinish, opposed to putting in. A lot of people, when they see floors that are original, they're like, oh no, we need all new floors, because they have old, floor heater vent covers that they're worried about. And oh, what about that hole? What? No, it's not that much to feather in new wood to replace that. You'll never even notice it. Original floors go a long way. You can advertise hardwood floors. And so this material is probably $7 a square foot just for the, $5 to $7 a square foot just for the material. You have to pay somebody $2 to install it, and then on top of that, they have to refinish it. So you start really spiraling out of control if you want to do real wood. You have real wood, refinish it. It doesn't cost that much, $2.50 a square foot. We just use a clear polyurethane coat. If you chose laminate, the laminate flooring is going to cost you $1 to $2 a square foot for the material. Then you need the underlayment, then you need all the T-moldings and this and that. Then on top of that, you also have to have somebody install it. So that's going to cost you $1.50 to $2 a square foot for the installation. So right there, you're overpriced. So refinishing the wood floors, always the right answer. We put in new baseboards throughout the property. We did new electrical, rewired it. It was in pretty bad shape, not that difficult. We put in all new receptacles and light switches. We did recessed lights in the main areas. Kitchen here, probably a total of like 10 cans for this property. We did a new 3-ton AC unit for this property. So that was, I don't know, I think we paid like $5,000 for the AC. Electrician, maybe $3-4 to update what he did. And then, we didn't redo the drywall. Drywall was fine. We just skimmed it and painted it. The fireplace, all we did was paint it. We didn't have to redo it. It was in good shape, so we just painted it, made it look cosmetically nice. The kitchen, this area over here, talking about layout changes and how we got that third bedroom, which is really a key factor of this house. We're dealing with, 1,000 square feet, not a lot of square feet for this main house. So to fit 3 bedrooms, you have to get a little tricky with it. I've done hundreds of these homes, these 50s converted homes, flips. And so one thing that I'd like to do is, this area here was the dining room. It had a sort of cove ceiling right here. Dining room space led into the kitchen on the right side of the house. And so we converted this into a galley kitchen that goes straight out to the backyard. There was a slider out there before. We narrowed it into a single door going out to the backyard. We extended the kitchen over here so you can fit in your fridge built in, as well as a pantry to the right of it, and really utilize that space very smart. It's a small house, it's not a big house, so you gotta really take advantage of that. To get that third bedroom, we went over here, okay? So this area here was the kitchen. The kitchen is now the ensuite bedroom. I don't know, it's not very masterful, so I don't want to call it a master bedroom, but you do have an ensuite here. This area over here was the laundry room and a little patio slash that went off to the back out here. That patio, we converted it to a shower. So we'll show you that right now, the bathroom layout, and then this bedroom layout, and then back here, we snuck in the closet. So it checks all the boxes. You have a small room, but at the same time, it's private. It has its own bathroom, and to save space, because you get a lot of doors here, this door is really the only door in here that I wanted to sort of be intruding into the space. That door opens out to the space. The closet door is a bifold. This door to the bedroom is a barn door to save space. So that way it doesn't take up space for your bed or this and that. And if you have all these doors clinking into each other, it starts getting crazy real quick. But just a little puzzle to work out, but we worked it out, came out great. Check out the space. This space over here is a very typical layout for 50s homes, especially here in Southern California. Bedroom here in the front, off of the bay window. Bedroom over here. Bathroom in the middle to service the 2 bedrooms. You know, living room, and that's it. That's basically your house. And your laundry and that sort of area is what we really took advantage of to get the 3rd bedroom. But all we did here is we just renovated them. We just made them nice. We used the original doors that were here. We took off the old mortise locks, put on some new fresh hardware, and just painted everything. In the bedrooms, we didn't do new recessed lights. We just did a new center fixture. A lot of these rooms, they don't even have center lights. They usually just have like the switch on the wall will go to one of the receptacles on the floor. You plug in a floor lamp or something, and that's your light for the bedroom. So we wired, it's pretty easy to do. We wired that switch to a center fixture and then just put something nice, clean, you know? We didn't even redo the closets. All we did was paint them, make sure that everything's clean and fresh. The bathroom, you know, we used $2 a square foot tile. Let's come take a look at the bathroom. This is a hall bath. We didn't do anything crazy here. We chose a Home Depot vanity. This is, I don't know, $120. The fixture is $50, $40. The tile that we chose is $2 square foot tile. Nothing crazy, just clean, new. They redid the floors with the same tile and toilet, $100 toilet. The glass, I didn't want to put a full enclosure in here. It looks a little closed off, and you know, people might want to bathe their kid and such. So I hate those little sliding doors, and I didn't want to do a cheap sort of tension rod for a shower curtain. So we did this Euro splash panel. We did it on a hinge, so if you come in here, you can get to access all your valves. We did retrofit valves, nothing fancy there. $100 shower valves, and adding this little glass makes it up to date. The tub is an original cast iron tub. All we did here was we reglazed it. These tubs are solid, if I could save them, I usually do because they're built really well. Usually all you need to do is just reglaze them and they're fine. Put in some new towel bars and a little rope hook, call it a day. These houses are usually built with a little linen closet here in this space, which this one had, but it's the perfect place to put a washer and dryer. A lot of these old homes, they put their washer and dryers in the garage, or they have that back room that was a laundry room in this case, where we took advantage of that and turned that into a bathroom. So there's no laundry room over there, so we were working in a stackable unit here, a compact stackable unit in place of the old linen closet. A lot of times you'll have to carve into the closet behind it, which I've done many times to get the space, but this one's just deep enough for a compact unit, so we don't need to redo that. So all we did was make sure the plumbing's here, electrical, gas, it's all ran here, ready to go. Okay, here's one of the back bedrooms. As you see, we put in a new AC unit, so we just carved out the vents. You have plenty of attic space in these homes, so it's really easy to put the unit in the attic. We use the HEPA system, which doesn't require gas, so we didn't even run gas up there. All we did is make sure that the electrical is lit up, so the heating is fine. We have heating, AC, 3 tons is plenty of AC for this house. And yeah, we used a cheap horizontal blinds, Home Depot, nothing fancy, but it checks the box. And it's practical living out here. It sounds crazy because we're selling the property for like $900,000 plus, but $900,000 out here in LA doesn't get you what it does elsewhere. You can get a mansion in the Midwest for that price, but out here you get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath main house and a junior ADU, which is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath guest house. But look here, we have the closet doors. All we did was refinish these, paint them, put on some new hardware so it looks fresh. And up here you see the light fixture. These are about $50 a piece. Little icing in the rooms, look very nice. A lot of people like to put fans in the bedrooms. I don't, because if we put an actual AC unit, so if people see fans, they think automatically their mind goes to, oh, hey, they don't have AC. And we don't want that to be the case here, so we did not put fans. Okay, going back to the kitchen, I want to talk about the design choices and basically, why I chose them and how much things basically cost. So we use white quartz. I get these for $220 a slab. We went ahead and waterfalled the sides to add a little class to it. It's really in right now, so did that. We use this ledger stone looking backsplash tile. It's not real ledger stone, it's just porcelain, but it comes out really nice. Gray shaker cabinets, $2 pulls, something a little better than just the rods that everybody uses. And all new appliances. Actually, the fridge is not new. The fridge is a refurbished fridge. I got it it's counter depth, GE profile. I got it for like $600 from one of my local used sort of refurbished places. But it does the part, and probably the most expensive piece is this one. I think this was like $650, maybe $700 for the stove, but it's a nice slide in without the back. It looks classy. A matching microwave above the range, and with some floating shelves over here above the sink to add a little dimension and kind of bring back in that warmth of the farmhouse. Wanted to repeat, especially with the furniture and accessories and things, that sort of industrial farmhouse. This is North Hollywood. NoHo Arts District is just down the street. Very hip neighborhood. People like their organic woods, and I think this property will go over very nicely with that industrial, sort of feel tied into it. Again, we don't need to recreate it. This is a $60 faucet. You don't need to go crazy over here in this house to get clean lines and clean looks. And this checks all the boxes necessary for it to sell for the price point we're looking for. You could have easily spent twice as much on everything. You could have put some flat paneled veneered cabinets and paid $10,000 for this kitchen. Instead I chose to take a $2,000 route, for the cabinets. And you could have gotten a faucet that cost $250. I got one that cost $70, but has a cool spring look to it, and you don't need to do too much. Flippers are their own worst nightmare. They do too much. But I've done enough of these to know what, just to sort of kiss that line of profit versus, okay, I'm gonna put 10 bucks in, I want 20 bucks out. I'm not gonna put $50 in and get 20 bucks out. I wanna make sure all my decisions check the right boxes and lead you to the finish line with money to be made. Let's check out the backyard. I'll show you one of the main reasons why we bought this property, because it had such a big backyard. Perfect to build a big ADU, which we're not actually building, but we grassed it in, made it beautiful, so people have a big backyard, or they can build the ADU themselves. We do have ready to issue plans, so they can start it tomorrow if they wanted to. Okay, so here's the backyard. It's a big backyard, beautiful. It had some real funky, weird built-in barbecues and weird stuff before, but we demoed all that and cleared it out, and that's where the ADU is planned to go. We stubbed up all the plumbing and gas and everything ready for them to do if they want to build that. Otherwise, just abandon it. This little corral over here, we sectioned off so that way the junior ADU has its own little sort of side yard if they have a dog or what have you, and then actually it'd be pretty easy to section this off too, so you have your own sort of walkway down the side of the house to get to the back unit if they ended up building that back unit. So it's sectioned off real nicely. You have plenty of space to where this house will get their own yard, and we kind of put this line right here and put mulch here so you can see the two spaces. So really, if you wanted to, that could be sectioned off for the back house, and this could be sectioned off for the front house. And we just left it with wood chips for now. Okay, so we are here in front of the garage at the Calvert property. This was a 2-car garage, 20 by 20, very standard garage. The back of the garage had a chimney, so it wasn't a true 20 by 20 on the inside, more like a 18 by 18-ish. But we converted it to a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, small guest house. referred to as an ADU, and actually this one is a junior ADU, which is you're allowed now to do 2 ADUs. One of them has to be attached, so garage conversion that's attached to the house is a perfect example of what you can do as the junior, and then you can build the big ADU in the back. But this one we decided to do easy enough, and it has its own address. If you want to put it on its own meters, you can. This one we didn't. It's attached to the same house, same electrical, plumbing, and gas as the main house, but it does have its own address, which is cool. But let's go inside. I'll show you the design. Oh, actually, let's talk about the design choices on the outside first. We kept the stucco on the front, so it looks different from the main house. So when you drive up, you see a completely separate unit, even though they're attached. They have an appearance of being 2 separate units, which I really like. You have the address right here, so we sort of inverted it. So we stucco with wood trim around. We capped it in with the same sort of siding on each side that was brick. And I think it came out really nice, and it really shows as 2 separate units. So if someone's coming over, you let them know, I'm the small white house on the right. Oh, I'm the industrial farmhouse on the left, even though it's the same unit. Looks cool. Let's go inside. Okay, super small living, compact, but gets everything done. Over here, here's the kitchen. We use white shaker cabinets with gray quartz, so we inverted the main house. Main house is gray shaker with white quartz. We flipped it over here. We did some gray flooring, vinyl flooring, and then we packed in all the appliances. We have everything you need. We have a fridge, full-size stove, microwave. We even slipped in a stackable washer and dryer compact unit. So this guest house has everything needed for living. Living room is over here. It's small but functional. We have a mini split 1-ton AC heating unit to check that box. And here's your little dining area. The bathroom is very functional. I'm gonna let the camera come in. It's kind of tight to show you around in here, and the camera can show you the rest of the spaces, but it spells out very nicely and leads out of the bedroom into the side yard that's their own space. Guys, I hope you liked our Calvert flip here, and hopefully it sells quick. And remember, design, invest, repeat.